Hello everyone and welcome! It seems like a lot of people have a lot of questions regarding Ryze. In my opinion, his story was one of the best Riot has released. On top of that, they left some windows opened for future opportunities. Today, I would like to talk about few unanswered questions. But before we get into the big question of what are the secrets of the scroll, we have to start somewhere else. One of the questions that immediately came to my mind is, what even are the world runes? We know what they look like and to some extent what they do. For those of you that don't know, the world runes are those ice cream cones, as the community delicately called it, that you can see on Ryze's loading screen and on the very bottom of his reveal page. And while we are looking at his loading screen, don't worry, I have no idea what these vines grabbing Ryze are either. One thing that is clear from this scene is that Ryze secured a rune and he is trying to jump into a portal to get away. You can even see the previous owner of the rune grabbing for Ryze at the bottom left of the screen. Now, back to the main question. What are these runes? There is only one answer that makes sense and that may even be close to the truth. It seems like these runes behave like the DNA of this world. These are the keystones that shaped the world at its very beginning. They contained the blueprints of this world together with the power to create it. This is entirely possible since, according to Aurelian's lore, we don't actually know how he created this part of the galaxy, which of course includes Runeterra. The name Runeterra also hints for this to be true. The word rune points out the world runes that were used to create the world, and the word Terra literally means earth, or as Aurelian Sol himself translates it,
Runeterra. I mean, the name of this world literally means magic earth.
The second question that we need to mention is, what do these runes do? The effect of these runes is described in Ryze's story. The ground seemed to retch and squeal while the sky above them recoiled as if mortally wounded. Then after teleporting away, it says, the armies, the people, the very land itself were gone. An ocean that was previously beyond a day's journey was now rushing to meet them. You see, from this it seems like the earth and the sky briefly started expanding before it all collapsed and imploded. Also, notice where this event happened. The only place where the ocean cuts into the land is between Zone and Piltover. So it is possible that this is where the cataclysm took place. Because it all just disappeared and left absolutely nothing behind, it is possible that whatever is caught in this implosion is teleported away. This would make sense since the runes have been created to create and shape the planets. It would make sense that it could also be used to transfer matter around the galaxy as well. On top of that, this theory is also supported by the fact that because the users can't fully control the runes, the teleportation happens at a random destination, sometimes even the realm of the void. It seems like sometimes after the cataclysm happens, void anomalies quickly follow. One of the cataclysms happened in the ocean, which would support the previous theory of Illaoi. But the more obvious one is the case of Icathia. The cataclysm that Tyrus himself unleashed happened in Icathia, which would later on serve as a rift for the void creatures. Now, let's get into the big question that everyone is waiting for. What does the scroll contain? The first time Ryze was able to read the scroll was after Tyrus's death. It was at the point of desperation when he had no idea what to do, and according to the story, after opening up the scroll, he knew exactly what to do. So what did he see? The coordinates of the runes they have hidden. What? Did you expect something more mind-blowing? Well, although the story talks about it in very few sentences, Tyrus was collecting the runes so he could hide them from the world. He wasn't trying to keep them inside the scroll or anything like that, because they would slowly drive him insane. He had to keep them not only from the reach of the world, but also from his own. Something he failed to do in the end. This theory is supported by a number of facts. First of all, in the case of Ryze, it would make perfect sense that he would know exactly what to do after seeing where all the runes they collected were hidden. Secondly, his own quotes in-game sneakily hint that this is true. Here are a few examples.
I could tell you what's on this scroll, but then I'd have to obliterate you. If I fall, the scroll must be destroyed.
The scroll. Burn it. Hide them.
There is also a quote that hints that once he hides all of them, he may kill himself and burn the scroll so that the runes remain hidden for all eternity.
When I've found them all, I'll fade away.
He also has a quote that hints that he himself realizes that he doesn't have much time before the power drives him insane too.
One can only hold all this power for so long.
And lastly, there is a quote that says that the runes may affect more than just Runeterra.
I remember when only one world weighed on my shoulders.
And that's all I have for this theory. It is still just a theory, so if anyone finds anything that can either prove me wrong or right, feel free to contact me as soon as you can. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video. The like and dislike buttons are at their normal locations. You can comment below what you think about this whole idea. Social media is below, yada da da da. And as absolutely always, I appreciate all of your feedback and thank you come again. Seriously, Ryze is one of the greatest stories Riot has released. It has so much potential because you can use the runes on absolutely everything. I know that I talked about this before, but I really hope that they make the runes the core of the, of the entire world and of the lore, because you can build everything on top of this. The Shadow Isles never really had a great story behind them, but now that you can use one of the runes as the source of the undead magic, it all makes sense all of a sudden. So I really wonder what they do in the future, and I really hope that they just keep going, that they don't jump from one story to another one. Even though they do it well, but it would still be better if they keep focused on only one of the lines. So until then, see you in the next one.